EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
Right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Raiders sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Once again, it's Jacobs. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the open drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league that's told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Slot man moves right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And they get the guard, John Runyon.
Here we go.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
54 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
Cut back 18 Cardinal. 18 drop 50. Drop 50.
Back to throw. Dyson. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown Raiders. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. On first down, here's Stroud. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. He'll take it inside the 25. Well, this defense for the Texans very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
This is 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Dyson to the left side. There's Mayer. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early. That's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put it.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Back to throw. Dyson eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. This is a 26-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Fair catch called for and taken back near the goal line. So that'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Now, after the loss, they'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Stroud to throw it. They'll line up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. That's complete to Dell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Shirley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. This will be complete to Mechie. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Stroud and company going for it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
That's going to be taken in inside the 5, but the fair catch will move it out to the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches,
this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
60 Maverick. Check smash. Check smash. 60 Bobcat.
Stroud on 3rd down now. Looking deep here from Mechie. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Here we go. Hacking 18. Go.
On 1st and 10, Dyson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And when you've got the 31st ranked rush offense in the NFL, you're going to see a few of these negative plays.
Yeah, and I don't want to be snarky about the whole thing, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. We've seen a bunch of those this season.
19 tight.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37. Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stroud. He'll get this off to Etienne. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down. Play action. Here's Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Calling a loss of 5. A big sack to bring up 3rd down. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Throwing now is Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. For Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That one was tipped in the air and became almost a 50-50 ball. No one came up with it, so it turned into an incompletion. But remember, on the previous drive, he threw an interception. I think that one almost caused a well, not almost. I think that one caused a mental flashback for everyone. Threw the pick before. Could this turn into a second one? And how would that alter the game for him?
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Stroud now on 2nd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Jacorian Bennett has it. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Throwing to start the drive. Geisen. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Off play action. Dyson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Oh, my. You know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Stroud. He'll buy some time right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Final play of the half. Stroud sliding out of the pocket. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And that has to be so frustrating because you know that they had something set up there for this first drive of the second half. It wasn't the fumble.
Sometimes no matter what you go over at halftime, no matter what you say, errors will result, and that's exactly what happened here. They were trying to change things from what happened in the first half. Instead, they continue to make mistakes.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
To throw on second down. Dyson. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, it's Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Stroud now on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Here goes Stroud again. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a handoff up the middle. Shirley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
It doesn't matter where on the field he is. Even down here in the red zone, he is still slippery with the ball in his hands. And he was almost able to work his way into the end zone. Instead, they'll have to settle for 1st and goal.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 8.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Looking to throw. Dyson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 41-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 3rd down, Dyson. Open man is Tucker. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they get the conversion on 4th, and now from the 25, they operate with a 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 107 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. 2nd down and 3.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18.
Off the play fake. Dyson. Open man, it's Mayer in the end zone for the Raiders touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a pickup of 6.
And Stroud now to throw. Looking for and finding Amari Cooper again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Play action. Stroud now. This will be complete to Mechie. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Stroud to throw it. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. Stroud looking to change the play. They'll look to throw again. And now here's another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Taken down by Pete Werner.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 124 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. They'll run right here with Jacobs. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. A give. It's Jacobs off the option. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.